Okay, that should be better. Are we right now? It defaulted to the one that didn't work. So I just talked to myself for a little while. Who can lip read? Do you know what I said? Hi, Anne. Hi, Judy, Cindy, Joe, Anita, Anne, Judith. Still no sound? Still no sound? All good now? Yes, good. Okay. Sorry, I know there's a bit of a lag. Yep. Okay, yeah, no, I could see what happened there. It just defaulted to the one that doesn't work. To wait for Bradley to come back. Hi, Sol. Hi, Leanne. Andrea, hello. Rosie, hello. Nita, Denise. Oh, you're all jumping on quickly. Okay. Now, I went to the optometrist today to get some new glasses. We tried to work out, they're not in yet, if I could get some that I could see better in here between the two screens. Hi, Mark. Hi, Colleen. Catherine, Hilary, Marilyn, hello. Chris, Maureen, Michelle. Gosh, everyone's here. Karen, hello. Michelle, hello. And we've got YouTube back working, so you might be all on Facebook instead, but if you were a YouTuber, that should be working again. Hi, Naomi, Jane, hello. Sue, Vera, hello. I look cozy. Yes. This just came today. I brought it home today. It's just like a little what do you call it? I've gone blank on what it's called, but anyway, like it's just like a little tube, but it's all soft on the inside and it's very warm. You're on which? Diane, but you're showing up on Facebook. Okay, it says that you're on Facebook, but it is working on YouTube. But it's got a little icon that says you're on Facebook. That's interesting. Normally I can tell which one you're on. Snood, yes, I think that's what it is, Naomi. Thank you. Snood, yes. Christine, now she's on YouTube. I can see that. I'm back, Christine. I've sorted out the YouTube issue, and it was my fault. I had to change my YouTube account to make it a team for my VA, and then BeLive got confused which account it was. The picture was wrong. Anyway, I worked it out. Yep, I think we're a snood. That's what I've got. A snood or a snood. It disappeared, so I went over to YouTube. Okay. Wanda, hello. All rugged up, yes. Liz, hello. A cowl, yeah. Well, I don't know. Is a cowl bigger when you wrap it around several times? I don't really know. You have a cowl neck, and that it is like a cowl neck, isn't it? It's just like a tube. I'll take it off in a minute because I've got something to show you. Hi, Kylie. Oh, no, I don't know, Diane. Okay, so you've got it on YouTube on your TV. Good thinking, but you're on Facebook on your phone, so you can type in a comment. I reckon unless you've got speech working onto your TV through your remote, you'd actually have to, click all the letters of a keyboard, which would take ages to do that on the TV. Hi, Joe. To be able to do that. Okay. Right. Hi, Caroline. So the rain has stopped for a bit. I think it's stopping for a few days. We got quite a bit, which is good, and I think lots of parts of Australia that wanted rain got a little bit, which is good because I know you need it. Dark mofo on down here, so heading into Dark Park and the Winter Feast tomorrow night. You have to rug up because it will be like freezing, 2 or 3 degrees, so lots of layers. But there'll be lots of fires and everything everywhere around. It's always an exciting time in the middle of winter down here. Lots and lots of people. But for ASA ladies, it finishes this weekend, so we won't get caught up in the burning of the Ogga Ogga next weekend. We'll be fine there. The next weekend after us, though, then the Festival of Voices starts. So Carol from Shepparton in Hobart at the moment. Welcome, Carol, and you're on YouTube. Hello. Have you been to the shop? Make sure you put your town up on the board. I comment on Facebook and watch on TV. Okay, so Sharon does that too. Oh, you're clever people. I suppose it's much nicer having it on the big screen. Well, I don't know. You can see all my flaws. Okay, so our gin tonight. I thought it was time for a slow gin, a nice winter warmer. So Shed Guy said I should just have it straight, and I should probably just have the whole bottle. It is only a little tiny bottle, isn't it? All right, let's see how we go to warm me up. So this is a McHenry's, but it was just this little box here. Hello, Carly-Ann. Hello, cuz. Fancy seeing you here. And so this one came with 3 little different ones on it. So there was the slow gin and the Christmas gin and the butterfly gin. McHenry's, I think McHenry's is down towards Port Arthur, down that way, but it's in Tasmania. Oh, it's got the Gaelic blessing on there. May the road rise up to meet you. And what did it say on the slow gin, which I have now just finished? Made using sloe berries foraged from the hedgerows around Tasmania and slowly macerated in a classic dried gin. Yes, it is Port Arthur, McHenry Distillery. Need on your glasses to be able to read that. Oh, the whole bottle's only 1.9 standard drink, so I'll be okay. All right, let's have a taste. I will probably add a bit of soda in a minute. Oh, yes, that's nice and warm. My phone, one of the cats comes over to sit on me and watch the noise from the phone. Oh dear. Hi, Gidget. Hi, Ange. Hi, Peter. Leanne, hello. Kayleen, hello on YouTube. Hello. Yeah, that's nice. But I do have to talk to you for an hour, so I'm just going to add a dash of soda. Tomorrow night at Winter Feast, there'll be lots of, like, all the distilleries have done like a winter cocktail. So there'll be lots of warm cocktails like mulled wines and mulled ciders and lots of nice things to try. I won't be trying too many. Hi, Karen. But yeah, they've all done like a Winter Feast cocktail. So who's heard of Dark Mofo? 70% of people like have come from the mainland. So we get a lot of visitors. They come from all over Australia. It's very popular winter festival. Probably the only thing you've heard about is the nude solstice swim. So that will be next week. I don't know, when's the winter solstice? It must be next week, I think, is the nude solstice swim at Sandy Bay. Several thousand people. Strip off and run into the freezing cold Hobart water for the nude solstice. Again, that's a very, very popular event. All right. Hello, Vienna. Hi, Gwen. So I've been doing lots of secret stitching the last couple of months, and stitching and other stuff, so I haven't had a lot to show you. But one thing I have done, and this is the big reveal, and I'm no model. I need to get a photographer to photograph this properly. But I have to show you my dress. Now, I couldn't just wear my dress, though, because it's very cold. So now I'm going to take my snood or my cowl off, and then I'm going to take my jacket off and show you the new dress that I've been sewing. So today, now I can't really get back far enough for you to see it, can I? I might better zoom out a little bit, not much. All right, so, and now the comment's in the way. Let's get rid of that comment. Right, so ta-da, my new dress. So it's made out of the latest Tilda range of fabric. So it took a long time because, first of all, I had to make the fabric with all the sampling of the wallflower and bellflower coordinates. So there's like, 30 different fabrics or something. And then I had to draft the pattern. Well, I didn't draft the pattern. I downloaded a free pattern. Super music. Oh, no, I'm not. I said I'm no model and I'm not getting down to nude for the winter solstice. And then I had to remember how to sew because I haven't sewn clothes for probably over 20 years. And then I had to get my overlocker out and I couldn't find the foot pedal you may have seen. So then I had to tear my studio apart to find that from the last 20 years. And then I had to spend a whole day putting the studio back together and cleaning it. But anyway, the dress is finished. Ta-da. So you can't see right now that I've had to put something underneath it and I've got leggings on underneath that, which don't look that great. And I've got elastic sleeves so I can pull them up because the pattern was short sleeves. But, yeah, it's pretty heavy, so I had to line it because otherwise you get all the seams of where you join your blocks together. So I've lined it. I haven't washed it yet, but it's quite heavy. I reckon you could actually even wear it as a coat, or you could wear it without the belt too. But I think without the belt, it's a bit flary. If I was going to wear it without the belt, I'd take a little bit off the A-line sides of it. But it was a free pattern from Mood Fabrics. It's just called a shirt dress pattern. It did have short sleeves, so I changed the sleeves, changed a few bits, and made it a bit long. Oh no, I didn't make it longer actually. I left it at what it was because I'm short. I made the sleeves longer, and yeah, I think it turned out okay. So yeah. Anyway, if you took the jacket off. Yeah, so it took a fair bit of fabric. It took about three, at least three, maybe 3.5 meters of the lining. So, which means that I had to make that same amount of fabric out of the squares. I think I used a 6-inch or a 6.5-inch strip of every fabric in the range. But I did have some squares left over, so it used quite a few. So it doesn't look great with my little snood on, but that will keep me warm if I put that back on. And maybe more in spring I'll get to wear it. Let's see if I can wear it next week at a ASA. I have to get something other than black leggings to wear under it. Yeah, so that's what I've been working on, and that wasn't really secret sewing. That one wasn't secret at all, but it's taken me probably a good 3 full days. Hi, Brenda. Yeah, it actually looks quite nice as a jacket. I think if you wanted to have it as a jacket, you could maybe quilt it first, like instead of just putting the lining on it, actually put some batting and in the fabric and the lining and then quilt it and then cut out your pieces. That'll be even nicer. And then yeah, you could just make it as a jacket, but I think I would take the flare at the bottom in the A-line bit just in a little bit, because it just goes out a little bit for a jacket. But I think it would be nice. It would be nice as a jacket as well. And it was a free downloadable pattern from Mood Fabrics. So if you want to check that out, you could try one yourself. Jo's going to try one in some fabrics. Well, she wants to use some fabrics that I'm about to show you some new fabrics in. So, yeah. So I had a play. That was me. Okay, so on to that. Let's have a look at some new fabrics, unbox some new fabrics that came in this week. I guess new to us. They're probably not new to everyone. But Jo would like to, she would like to make one in the Liberty, I think they're Emily, aren't they? Emily Bell collection of Liberties, which again comes in about 20 different colours. But unfortunately for her, we only got 3. So she might have to look for a bundle somewhere because we couldn't get a bolt of all and we've got no room for them. But aren't these beautiful? I got 3 that I thought were really soft, pretty colours. Oh, this one's wrapped in front of me. There's the scissors. This one's not even openable. Well, I wondered, Sharon, because I have got a black skivvy and I've got black leggings and black gloves. I just thought the black might be a little bit harsh against the floralies, but I normally would have put it with white. But I might have to because I won't be able to wear it in winter with nothing. And then in summer, it's going to be quite a little bit warm. But anyway, so these are the 3 Emily Bells we got. Like, aren't those colours just beautiful? So there's this soft sort of powder blue. Hello, Chris, Teresa, Heather, May. Okay, so what is your actual name? Out of those 4, what is your actual name? Chris, Teresa, Heather, May. Hello, welcome. I think you're new here. Welcome. So I think they're just gorgeous. This colour is a real grey, sandy, taupey colour. It's a really nice colour. And then the lemon. So they're just 3 Emily Bell Liberties that we got in. So maybe Jo will make a dress with just 3 colours. And then we have some new laundry basket fabrics from the Dahlia range. So they're not her latest range, but typical laundry basket lovely colours. And her blue greeny sort of ones always tend to go together, and we have lots of projects in those. So isn't that gorgeous? Lovely and rich. Oh, is there, Jo? We got 5, did we? Well, if they all work together, it might be enough. You just have less colours. And just repeat some more. Another one of the blue greens. So these would work with all the older laundry basket ones because we have a lot in those colours because we did a whole series of projects in them. Hi, Lee. That is 2 bolts of the same. I don't know how we end up with 2 bolts of the same. And then, who is calling me? A suspicious person is calling me. Let's not answer that. Warning, suspicious person. You probably want to either compare my health insurance or sell me some solar panels. All right, there is another one that goes in that range. These are actually really nice. Just a monotoner quilt in these would look lovely. A 90-second lounge quilt actually would be 90-minute lounge quilt. Just very simple. Or an It's a Cinch would look lovely in these. There's a light to go with it. I've frozen, have I? It's looking all right on my screen, Fiona. And another light to go with it. And then for some reason, oh, it's frozen. Mine's not frozen, I don't think. I'm just taking a while in between to get things out. For some reason, we have one pink one. Yeah, okay. I just took a little while between moving, so maybe I just didn't move while I was getting the next one out. Everyone's good. So Jo and Fiona, refresh maybe. So for some reason, I've got one pink one, but you could picture that you could put that one with this one down the bottom and pull all those pinks out. So that would look good too, wouldn't it? So that's actually really lovely. I like that little selection there. It's not the full collection, but it is enough to make a very nice quilt. You could do an It's a Cinch and you could use the pink for the sashing and all the rest in the quilt would come together very quickly. It is a pretty pink, and it does pull out the pink that's in that floral down there. So it is, I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's from the same collection. Anyway, normally by the time the fabric comes, we have no idea why we ordered what we ordered. So that's some lovely new fabrics in. I will put the links in. And they are all still, we're keeping all of those at the $30 a metre. Until, I mean, all the fabric prices are going up. When they start hitting our store with the tariffs added on, we might have to finally give in and put those that's fixed price, fabric price up, unfortunately. I know lots of stores already have. But yeah, we're holding out for as long as we can while we've got old stock, but new stock coming in might have to start going up. It's ridiculous. Some of them are coming in at over $40 a metre, $42 a metre. So we'll do our best where we can, but we also have to price viably to keep the doors open. So yeah, unfortunately, it's just the way of the world at the moment. And yes, we don't have a tariff, but it goes through America to get to us. So they get the tariff added on and then obviously have to pass it on to us. So yeah. Now, what else have I got to show you? Right, so a few things while I was cleaning out after tearing my studio apart looking for my foot pedal. I found a few things, a few goodies, a few things I never knew I had, or I'd forgotten I had, and a few things that you may as well have. So I found a whole stack. Now, if anyone has followed me for long enough, one of our first products that we brought out were called Little Love Notes, and they came in a little green heart-shaped gift box, and there was 12 different ones. And I know some of you possibly got the whole collection. But at the time, we also screen printed all of our designs. So a long time ago now, we've had a lot of advancements in technology and processes since then. But we screen printed, which was very labour intensive and a lot of misprints and things like that as well. But anyway, somehow I found this big bundle of leftover screen prints of these little love notes. So we've got 6 designs left out of the 12. We do still sell them as iron-on transfers, but sometimes just a little pre-printed screen is just really lovely to just sit and stitch without any prep work or anything like that. So we've got quite a few of these. Donna was bundling them up today individually and in packs. They're just sitting on the counter at the shop, but I thought I would offer you something, a little deal here. You stitch them all under. They were very popular. We screen printed and cut and folded and packaged those hearts by the hundreds. We certainly sold an awful lot of them. I've still got boxes of the boxes left too, and I'm just going to have to let go and throw those out because as if I'm going to use them anymore, and they're not good for anything else. Anyway, there's 6 designs, so they're just $5 each at the shop. But if anyone would like a set of 6 for $25, then just put your name down, and Joe will see it in the comments, and that means you're getting one free. And we'll get those out to you. So 6 of those for $25, and then you've got 6 little gifts there to stitch and make into whatever you like. Yep, pretty old, Cindy. So when I first started, so 2001, they were the first product, I think, pretty much that I launched with. So a long time. You probably do, Naomi. So that's one little offer for you. Another thing I found was, gosh, I didn't know I had these still. So these are little hanging racks, like little hanging quilt racks. One set of 6, Jeanette, or you want 6 sets of 6? I'm assuming you mean one set of 6. Yep. So there's a few sets there. Tan boots, belt, and jacket would be better than black. Tan, yes. I have got tan boots. But what about leggings, though? I don't think I can get tan leggings. I need something on my legs. Okay. Anyway, sorry, that was just a comment there, a suggestion, instead of black. One set, I thought so. These little rusty star. So if you've got like a cottage style decor or the rusty primitive style, you like the primitive style, or got that sort of decor in your house or in your craft room, then they're just a little, so they've got the stars on the end, and then they've got this like little towel rack. So you can just use it for a towel or something, or you could use it as a quilt hanger. So I have got, how many have I got? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those. And we used to sell them for about $30, I think, but I'm going to make those $10 each. So 7 of those. Stocking shop. Where's the stocking shop, Karen? Actually, I've got long tan boots if they still fit me. I thought about that. I've got long tan boots, and then I could have some leggings underneath, and then yes, underneath the dress you wouldn't see them. Good thinking. Why didn't I think of that? Just as long as they still fit me. I haven't worn long boots for a long time. Okay, so there's 7 of those, $10 each if you want one of those. Okay, just call them the Star Hanger. And I think, when we used to sell them, they were about $30 or $35. So cat and fiddle. Okay, Karen, I'm onto it. And then I have one of these little stars, which used to go with a little Santa. So one of those little stars, $10 as well. Little rusty star, but that's a nice little Christmas decoration. So if anyone wants any of those, put it in the comments. Otherwise, I'll just get priced the full price and go into the shop. And I can see my shelves in my studio now. I can actually get in there and I can see them, and I even have a little bit of space. All right, what else forgot to show you? So these are old projects that we lost the samples. Who knows where they are? I said to Joe we need to put an air tag in them all now, so we don't lose them again. But Donna has remade, because we had heaps of kits and we had lots left over of kits, but we didn't have the samples, and it's a bit hard to sell without the samples. So we have got, so this one is called A Gathering of Needles, and it's a cute little needle book here. So it's got a little bit of applique, tiny applique, a little bit of embroidery, and it's just a nice little needle book. Oh, we have to wash out the blue pen there. So she remade that one. So we have kits in those same fabrics. So that was A Gathering of Needles. I'll grab it out a little bit. And then this one is called Clementine Needle Book. And Donna, I'm thinking this is bigger than what the original was. So what she picked up in my yes, so you've sewn on the outside line, whereas the outside line you should have sewn 1/4 inch inside, but that doesn't matter. I'll be inspecting them to believe it. Hang on a minute. Inspecting what? Tracy, what are you going to be inspecting? My boots? My boots. I don't know, but I'm in trouble. So this is Clementine Needlework. It's a really quick, simple make, and it's a really lovely one. But she realised that even though I had Helen in the requirements, nowhere in the instructions did I say to apply it. So she didn't use it out of the kit and didn't put it in. So I'll fix up. Oh, the shelving. Yes, okay. Yes, you'll be able to. It's much improved. That's why I had to clean up before Julie comes. So I'll be fixing the instructions. Not that it was the end of the world. It's fine without the parline in it, but that's what it was there for. Okay, and I might also put a note on that that's the cutting line, not the sewing line, because it doesn't matter if it's a bit bigger. But yes. So that's Clementine. So both of those, we now have a new sample, and I'll have to, I think, Karen, we still need to design, and I have talked to some experts about this. We need to invent like your little, your little chip inserter thing, Karen, in the binding, but one that is like an air tag, so that actually has all the information. You can track it rather than just get it out and get the information. So that's 2 ones Donna has made. Then, sorry, time for a sip. The special needle book. It will be special. Now, maybe I have shown you these. I don't know. Joe didn't think I'd ever shown these. These are I think I have, because these are the easy peasy patterns that were all in the 12 days of Tilda boxes last year. So I know a lot of you have got them, because a lot of you got the 12 days of Tilda boxes, and I'm assuming by now you've made everything that was in the 12 days and they're all finished. Because so many of the patterns were easy peasy patterns that you could make in just 10, 20, 30 minutes. And you could also chain piece them all and make them all at once, so that you could make a whole set. So this is just the little drawstring bag, and it just uses 2 fabrics, And just the way I wrote the pattern, it's just completely Great Berry has an air tag hidden in the label. Yeah, that one's worth protecting though, Karen. But we need little miniature ones that you can put in like your little dog tag thingies. You know, the little rice ones. Someone could invent it, surely. Yeah, so these little drawstring bags, handy for so many things. And honestly, you can make all three in 20 minutes and just add a lovely selection of fabrics. And just the way I've written the pattern, I've just made it as simple and quick as possible. And the pattern doesn't have sizes on it, so it just works out. I think I did put the sizes in brackets of what I used, but you can just use whatever size pieces of fabric you have. So that's the little drawstring pouches. Then we had the flat zipper pouch. And again, you can make this one in 20 minutes even with the quilting. It's all French seam, so there's no binding to do inside because that takes a lot longer to cover up your seams with binding. But these are like French seamed, but there's no raw edges either. So, Catherine, I don't think I am going to do 12 days of Tilda. I've run out of Tilda things that not everyone would have. But we might be doing 12 days of me, 12 days of hugs and kisses or something. We've just been talking about it this week, what I can come up with, because it does take a lot of work. So, yeah, this is the flat zipper pouch. Again, you can make that in 20 minutes, really quick and simple. 2 pieces of fabric that work nicely together and a lace zipper on the outside, or we'll also tell you how to put a normal zipper on the inside, so you can do it either or way. And then the same thing, but turned into a box pouch. So it might take you an extra 5 minutes to box the corners. But again, it's French seam, so there's no bindings to do. There's no raw bindings in there. Actually, maybe that one has got a binding to put over, just those ends, yes. But the rest is French seamed. And again, any size will work. It just gives you the instructions on how to work out the size. And you get a nice little box pouch. And then we had just an easy peasy tote. So again, very quickly, no lining, no raw seams, just a really simple method to whip this up in 10 minutes. 2 different fabrics. Again, the instructions say any size. And so that I did that size, and then I did that size because as part of the Tilda box, they also got the stitchery for this little stitchery. So I made it a little bigger. So they could put the stitchery on there. So they're the easy peasy patterns. They're just cheap little patterns, and they just make it really quick and simple. Okay, what else? So I didn't really have anything to demo tonight, but I thought I would. So when I was making the what was it called? I don't know what it was called. Brenda's something. Bonnie Brenda for chicks this year. I've shown you that before. They are good for learner sewers, Hilary, and young kids to make something really quick and satisfying and always handy. So this was my first prototype for the Brenda's something or other now. Fiona, I hope that all goes well then. Hopefully, good-o. This is my first prototype, but see, it's got a little curved bottom and then a little round bit there. I should have brought the other one, the final one, to show you. And it worked okay, but it was really quite hard on the hands and everything to do that. And I don't like things that are hard. And also all these little extra round bits at the top here, you had to stitch the binding in and get them all nice and neat. So I made it twice. So this is my prototype. I really should learn to make a prototype plain without all the embroidery and everything on it first. But I think, and I think, oh no, it's going to work. I'll just go first time, slap bang straight into it. That means that then I have to do it all again. So I did have to do it all again, but this was my first one. And then on the next one, I put an eyelet in there so that we could hang it up. you can hang it up on your wall to put your letters. It's like the letter rack sort of thing, or tool rack or something. And I've never got around to doing it for this one, so I thought what I would do is I'd do it with you and just show you how I would do that. So I literally just center that. I'm just going to use my eye and trace around the circle. And then, now I think for chicks we gave you the laser cut backing piece that already had the hole cut out for you. Leaf ends again, Gidget. I can, but it won't be next week because next week I'm not going to be here. I'm going to be out to dinner. So I can do leaf ends again. I have done them a couple of times before, so you could look back and find them. But yes, certainly I can do them again. I'm always looking for something to do. Okay, so I'm just cutting out around that circle through all layers. Doesn't matter if it's a bit rough because we've got the little eyelet grommet thing to cover over the edges. Just want it to be enough to be able to poke it through the hole. Bentley is busily eating his whole bed. It is completely de-stuffed now. All right, so I cut out my little circle. And then, okay, I've got to decide which one I want showing up. They're pretty much of a muchness. They're not really much difference. Let's have a look as to which one I want on the top and which one I want on the bottom. I think I'll put that on the bottom. If it's not big enough to squeeze through, I might just have to cut out a little bit more. Because I've used the stiff bag batting, not the foam, the stiff bag batting, like Peltex in it, so there's no give in that. So I just need to go a bit bigger. Looks like I'm mashing it completely, but I just need to get it a bit bigger. I think I really need to go a bit bigger again, but I'm going to force that on there. Right, and then we put this one on the top. And then this one took quite a bit to get it over it. And then I have to cut that bigger because the fabric's in the way. Wasn't it nice to cut that hole out for you before you had to do it? I say, ladies, we're on the home stretch to being ready for next week, but it is very cold, so bring your layers. So you literally have to get this, stretch this over the outside of that inner bit. There it is. And I've just got like a soft little grommet hammer there, but you can use something. But if it's going to make a mark, make sure you don't put something between it and the hammer if it's going to make a mark. And there we are. I've got my grommet in. I can hang it up on my wall now. And that one is now usable. There you go. Who's got warm weather? Oh, Caroline warm. I'm sure it's still not that warm. It wouldn't be as warm as our warm. What did I miss? Miss Melissa late tonight. Never mind. You can watch the replay. Debbie, hello. You're late tonight too. Yes. So what else did I miss there? I think that's it. So anyway, that's all I've got to show you tonight. So there was the set of 6 stitcheries, and there was the wire hangers, the star hangers, if you wanted those. I'll just put some of the links in for you. The pattern to that one, I haven't got the link for it unless Joe wants to throw it in, but it was called Bonnie Brenda, I think it was called. Yeah. Brenda here, was that what I called it, Brenda? You were here before. Put the Liberty fabrics in. And if you're interested in the dress, the free pattern was from Mood Fabrics. Bentley, what are you eating? Oh, no. Okay. Hi, Gail. Just about to finish. Just putting the links in of what we talked about. You can watch it on replay. That's right. Bonnie Brenda. Don't forget our deal of the scallop ruler deal of the week. That's still on until tomorrow lunchtime. So if you missed out last week, if you went on and it wasn't there yet, it is there now. So that's all of those. All right. I am going to get a winner because I have to save my camera cover, lens cover, from the dog. Oh, Tracy, you can't have the prize. I'm going to redraw. Sorry, you'll get lots of prizes next week. Jeanette Warner. Are you still here, Jeanette? Are you here, Jeanette? You're still here? Remember, I'm not here next week because I'll be packing and out to dinner, and we've got our retreat next week. Okay, Joe just put the link in for Bonnie Brenda. I think it was Gidget that wanted that one. So that's in there, and the kits have got the grommets in it. If you don't want the kit but you want the grommet, you'll have to message for that one because I don't think it's up there individually. Well done, Jeanette. Jeanette's here. So if there's anything else you want, let Joe know. Otherwise, we'll send you something virtual. And I'll be back in 2 weeks' time. We'll see. We might jump in live from dinner and say hello to everyone. We'll see how we're going next week. But yes, travel safe, ASA ladies, all coming down here next week. And the rest of you, I will catch you the week after. And I'm sure I'll see you at some stage around the country. Okay, that's it from me. Go and take my dress off. I'm going to go and find my boots. See if my boots fit me because that's a good idea. Why didn't I think of that? That'll be good. And I'll let you know how Winter Feast goes tomorrow night. It'll be very good. Have a great stitchy fortnight, everyone. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye for now.